Regardless if it's in a bottle or can or tall boy, I'm going to be reviewing a beer today, guys. Oh, BC's Beer Reviews, BC's Beer Reviews, BC's Beer Reviews. Well, guess what? It's time for another episode with your boy BC at BC's Beer Reviews. Now, guess what, guys? Got another good one of mine. It's like, I hope. Now, you guys know how much I love my ice beers. And guess what? Today ain't no different at all. And today I'm taking it to the max. Woo! Labatt's Max Ice. That's right. So, and this comes in at a 8.0 ABV Labatt's Max Ice, which is like an all black, well, for the most part, black can. And it's a tall boy, for the lack of a better word. And it's looking nice. Brewed in the USA, which is ironic, seeing how it's got the Labatt name, which it's brewed in Rochester, New York. Okay, now, one, it's Labatt. I expected it to be out of Canada, for real. Okay, seeing how it's Labatt. And, you know, the funniest thing is it reminds me of, I don't know how many other breweries there are, or facilities, I should say, that brew beer, but with this one, I think it's rather ironic that this is brewed in the same place that you generally get some beers from Aldi's from. Like, I know for sure Folded Mountain is brewed out in Rochester, New York. I don't know if it's by the same company. I doubt it, but they must have like a group of them in that area where they brew a bunch of beers. So I'm sure this is probably one of them ones that are a part of a brewing community out there in Rochester, New York. Which, well, on one hand, I get it with it being brewed out here in Rochester, New York, and being a product of the USA with the whole COVID thing and whatnot. So, I mean, yeah. Now, it's a strong beer that they're talking about. And I guess this is what they're calling the big brother to Labatt Ice. Things I've heard around the campfire is that this is kind of natty daddy like. Well, guess what? Today I'm gonna be putting that bad boy to the test. See if it is, because I've drank it myself enough natty daddies that I actually tell the difference between that and this. And yes, I've drank enough ice beers to tell the difference between ice and not ice beers. So yeah. So let's see what's going on here. The head's disappeared. It's gone, as you can tell, since I've been jibber jabbering about what's what. And it's clean. It's filtered. Good. I mean, good. Getting almost no carbonation off of this. It's almost like an ale. I'm getting tiny bubbles on the sides. I mean, very few bubbles on the sides. Again, the head's gone since I've been talking. And, I mean, it's clean. You can see through it. I mean, this is what I'm working with today. See that? That's what I'm working with. So, here's the can that I've got today. See that? Yeah. So, that's what I'm working with today. And, you know, I've always liked Labatt's. I mean, in general. I mean, a lot of the Canadian beers that I've had, like, say, most of Canadian Labatt Blue, Labatt Ice. Well, we'll see about this. I've tried Molson Canadian, or Molson Ice. Now, I've had Molson Ice before. I like Molson Ice, which is what turned me on to ice beers. Okay? So, I mean, I'm going to eventually have to do Molson Ice at some point, which at this point, better fake. You best believe I'm gonna be doing a Molson Ice review on this show at some point. And that for a minute there, it was my go-to beer for a minute there. Molson Ice. Oh yeah. So let's see what's crack-a-lacking with this beer here. Getting some hops off this. I want to say corn, or is it a high fructose corn syrup? Because I'm definitely getting the sweetness off of this for sure. So yeah, that's basically all I'm getting off of this. Now they say, what's the difference between an ice beer and, like, say, regular beer? Well, they brew the beer and then they freeze it to freezing. And some places I've seen where it's down to 27 degrees Fahrenheit, and then they take off the ice that forms on top and then produce or bottle what's left, which in a lot of cases produces a smoother feeling or tasting beer. So that's kind of the point of the ice beers, which I've always loved. I mean, and sometimes I drank beers that were what I could afford, which meant it was cheap beers. And then I bought some that I kind of splurged on, which meant I had to pay a little bit more to get what I wanted, which was fine, which is kind of like Molson Ice. You gotta spend a little bit more. It's like the difference between Molson Ice and Milwaukee's Best Ice. Now, you're gonna get less Molson Ice compared to Milwaukee's Best Ice. Now, Milwaukee's Best Ice, you're gonna get a 30 pack for under $20. Now, Molson Ice, you're gonna get like 12 or 15 pack. And well, it depends on the area that you live in, but you're not gonna get a whole 30 pack of Molson Ice for under $20. That's basically what I'm saying. Okay. Now you might get like a 10, 15 pack, 12 pack for, I don't know. Be lucky if it's $20. But the point is that you're getting more with Milwaukee's Best Ice than you are Molson Ice. But then again, one would say you're paying for quality and the name, which to me is fine. But sometimes quality, quality is one thing, but quantity, sometimes that's a good thing. So enough jibber jabber out of me. Let's see how this beer tastes. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. I swear I do love my lagers. And lagers that are ice beers too. Definitely get some hoppiness off here. Bit of malt. But the thing that I'm getting most out of this is the sweetness out of this. Like a high fructose corn syrup or corn. But it's definitely sweet. It's definitely sweet. So, it's not rough. It's good. It's basically smooth. Basically. I spent $1.50 for a can, and I bought 4 cans. So that's $6 without tax and deposit. And this comes at 24 fluid ounces, or 2 cans, or 2 12 ounces. So, yeah. So I guess you're basically getting, since I've got 4 cans, that's 8 beers. So I should be fine. And I kind of like the design. It's black in the middle, silver on the top and bottom. And it has no IBUs to speak of. I've looked on Untapped, Beer Advocate, the website, and no IBUs to speak of that I know of as recording this video. So, yeah. And I mean, it's a good beer. To me, it tastes like it's a solid beer. I mean, like I've always mentioned in my previous videos, my go-to beer is Milwaukee's Best Ice. Now, if they sold this in uh 20 pack or something, I'd pick it up. I'd pick it up in a heartbeat. With it being an 8.0, ooh, child, I'll definitely drink that. Man. So, getting a good mouthfeel off of this. It's kind of thin. And still getting that sweetness off of there. It kind of follows throughout on the tongue. Getting kind of a cheek and tongue, like on the cheeks and the sides of the tongue type of thing going on. Which is really good. Sweetness is kind of going through the center. Which, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I've got no problem with it. I've got no qualms with this. I actually enjoy this. So, I mean, I was almost about to give my answer, but you know how I get. Let me double check. Hold on. Yeah. Now, it just hit me. It just hit me just now. I know it's a can, and I know that has a factor in taste. And because of the can, I'm starting to get a metallic taste to it, or a metal tasting taste to it now. Which I'm glad I took another sip before I gave my grade on it. So that last sip kind of affected what I was initially going to give, which I'm glad I took that taste, because I mean, a lot of it's personal preference. I mean, the way I rate this might be different from the way you rate this, which is perfectly fine. I mean, we've got our own standards to go by, so it's no big deal. Now, I was going to give this rating. I was like, hey, okay, I'm not going to give what I was initially going to give, but you can tell it was going to be higher than what I'm giving it now. And what I'm giving it now is definitely a 9 rating. So, yep, a 9.0 rating. So, I mean, these ice beers, I mean, I try not to do these ice beers a lot. Reason being, because sometimes I'm a little biased with these ice beers. That's why I try not to do them. But then again, I tried to be fair. I mean, I know I gave it a 9, but I was initially going to give it a 9.5. But there's other factors that got to go into play before you start going to the max of what you give on the answers, or what grade you're going to give it. So, I mean, if I'm just drinking and 10, no. I can't do that. No, I got to be a little bit more cerebral about the beers I'm drinking here. So, that's why I gave it a 9 instead of what I was initially going to give it. So, yeah, it's a solid beer. It's a solid beer. Okay? So, well, like I've always said, hey, drink responsibly. Don't live stupid. Peace out, brother man. Peace out, sister girl. And I'll see you next time on the next BC's Beer Reviews.
BC's going to drink some beers, so take a seat, baby, have no fear. He will certainly bring that cheer, so sit down and don't move that rear. BC's gonna review some beers.